Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is Granny my glasses now. Okay, now I can see some things. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is a review for 90 Day Fiance, Season 7, Episode 13. This was the season finale. I think the next week we have a 2-day, two different day tell-all. The tell-all looks really, really good, but let's get started, okay? If you have not done so already, please come on me to subscribe to my channel and welcome my whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Send to yourselves. I had the lights on and everything. My light blue, and I'm like, that mean God wants me in the dark tonight. Okay, He wants me to give y'all this ambiance. Okay, even though my hair all out, but if you want to see my hair all out, go ahead and watch my Real Housewives of Atlanta review. The light is on in that one. You can see my hair. It's all curly and stuff. Okay, but do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video on your social media. You can also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. It's either on the screen or it's where in the description box where everything else is, okay? And let's just go person by person. First up, we have Mike and Natalia, or was it Natalie? I can't remember how to pronounce her name. I just call her batshit, because she's batshit crazy. Anyway, so he has been back in town in the US of A for a whole week, okay? But he has not talked to her in this whole week since he's been back. He said this is the longest time they have went without talking to each other since they've been kicking it or whatever. So he video chats her, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on with you, what's going on with me. And then to me, it was a waste of a phone call or a video call. I hope he didn't pay no international rates on that. Because he's like, so hey, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? What's been going on? Oh, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Have I been thinking about us this time? And he's like, well, yeah. She's like, no, I don't want to think about it. And even though he's saying like he do miss her, it's a whole, he love her or whatever, but it's a lot of this weirdness in the air between them two. And she going to bring up how, I don't trust you, you know what I'm saying? You broke my trust or whatever. You try to act perfect. And you know what I'm saying? I had a reason to react to you in whatever kind of way or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? She brings up how something happened off camera, and he kind of, plays perfect, but what he did off camera is the reason. And I'm like, it was weird. It was weird how she was just kind of going off on him in a way, trying to excuse how she was acting in the house that day. But I'm like, but you then left the house, went in the car, and rolled with him to the airport, and was talking to him as if, y'all was fine. So I feel like maybe because he has not called her for a week, and now she's pissed. Like, you ain't give me the attention I'm used to getting, being this white woman with these bright old eyes and this blonde old hair, and you being this, man from Washington or whatever. You didn't give me the attention I'm used to getting. So now she's pissed off. But again, I was confused about why she wasn't really saying nothing. She wasn't giving us any examples of the reasons. Just saying, oh, you act perfect. I had a reason to act that way. Stuff happened off camera. Well, what happened off camera? Now, the producers do ask him in his confessional, what is she talking about? What happened off camera? He's like, I don't know what she's talking about. Now, I mean, he lying. Let's make that clear. He know what she's talking about. He just don't want to say it, okay? But we think that he's going to bring it up on the tell-all, but we never know, okay? We never know. Anyway, because she just kept just not wanting to have a grown-up conversation, it was more of a let me blame you and say I haven't done anything wrong. Is you and you, okay? A-I-O and who and you. And I'm not, it was never a why. Ever, okay? Not sometimes, nothing. It was no why. There's a you did this, you did that. It wasn't me. I said, I guess you feel shaky. So, he like, well, all right, I'm going to end this call right now because, I'm done. And then he hangs up or whatever. And he's like, I don't know what's wrong with her. She drives me crazy. So I'm done. So we see him taking his mic off. And he like, I'm done. I don't be bothered no more. Leave me be. And that was it. So, I think we felt that was going to happen a long time ago. But that was it. Okay. Now, next up, we have Blake and Jasmine. Now, they getting married. Okay. I think I got the picture of it. Okay. Yep. It's wedding day, okay? And you see they in a park, okay, with leaves on the ground, and that's his regular suit, her regular dress, and it's fine. And they look like people who, were put together in an arranged marriage. Look at their hands. It's like a job, Mortal Kombat. It's what it reminds me of. It's like, I'm like, fight, okay? It's just weird. I'm like, I don't know. So Jasmine brings up how she's never been to a wedding before, not even as a guest. I'm like, so nobody got married in Finland ever in life? No one has ever invited? Okay. Now, she brings up she's only seen weddings in movies. So this is the first time she will, have any kind of anything with a wedding. And I say, well, I think that's kind of crazy simply because, weddings is pretty simple or whatnot. But he gives her like a bouquet, and she's like, what's this for? You're like, you carry it all down the aisle. She really had no idea about weddings. I'm like, oh Jesus. Anyway, so she wore a simple dress that y'all just saw that she bought in Finland. She said because she didn't know what their wedding was going to be, and she didn't want no big poofy, extravaganza of a wedding gown because they weren't going to have no big wedding. It was a simple wedding at a little park. Okay, just very small. Okay, we seen his parents and his friends was there. Now her mom and sister was there as well. And I'm like, it just looked like a whole married at first sight. Like that was an arranged marriage. Now they got married. They was married and it was fine. But it's like they weren't like looking at each other in the eyes. It was very, very weird. It was like no emotion. Like even he didn't have emotion in my opinion. Okay, now Golden Lords. It's Go Here will forever remind me of Golden Lord from Meteor Man. So again, it was no emotion for me. I think it was like they were avoiding eye contact. Like I didn't see them looking at each other when they were saying their vows. It was just weird. But they say they're happy. They say they're in love. Their friends who was there, his friends, at first, we didn't know about, how things would go with them or whatever. But they look like they're in love. I said, do they? Right here they look happy. But during the wedding, what I saw, why y'all not looking at each other saying your vow? Like, why are you looking over there and over there and over there and over there? Like, no, look, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Okay, I know that we may not have known each other that long. Okay, but you are the one for me. But I'm like, it was just nothing for me. Anyway, again, they say they're happy. They say they in love. So, I guess it just is what it is, okay? And that was really it. So, they are a whole couple. So, now they married and he can move back into his parents' house and they can share the same room. And she don't have to be, at his parents' house without him. Anna and Mursel. Now, Anna and Mursel, again for them as well, it's wedding day. And they have 7 hours to get married. Now, for them, her oldest son isn't there. Okay, he with the grandma because he don't want to come to the wedding, and grandma don't want to be there either. I'm like, both of y'all some haters, but I digress. Okay, so Anna and her 2 youngest kids go to the airport to pick up Mursel, and they get there. And he get there on time, so because again it's a time crunch. They have to get married, within the next 7 hours, or else he got to go back to where you from? I don't remember. Wherever he from. Turkey. Okay. Anyway, so he get there that he didn't miss any flights or whatever. And they all hug. I'm like, stop hugging. Stop hugging and go get married, okay? Because then we have to hurry up, Mursel. So both boys are happy that Mursel is back. They're happy because, as they say, mom isn't happy when he isn't around. Mom is sad when he is not around, and we just want her to be happy. And when he's around, she's happy. So it's cool that the 2 younger kids they want their mama happy. The older boy, he ain't shit. Okay, I don't care if you're a kid. So they get back to the house and they're rushing because again, the wedding is going to be at the house, and she has they have the rest of your dress. So she has the two boys and some friends helping set up in the back or whatever. It was cute. Now, it was cute because at first, we see when she was getting dressed, Mursel came to the door and they're like, "What, you can't see her? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, No, it's a Turkish tradition. So in his country, when a woman gets married for the first time, the husband ties a red ribbon around the wedding dress. And as we see, he tied the little red ribbon around the red. It was so cute. He was like, she looked so beautiful or whatever. Like, when I smelled her hair, when I felt her skin or whatever, it was like home. He said something as to the effect that she was like home. I'm like, well, that's fine. Even though he can't speak the language, it's fine. And they were both happy to see one another. He said how beautiful she looked, and she does look great in her dress. But I'm like, why didn't no? Oh, but they were. I think Mursel was at first going to walk her down the aisle, but the youngest son said, "I think we should walk you down the aisle, Mom, and then Mursel can just meet you at the altar." I'm like, "Oh, you would think Anna would know that because she's American, but it's fine, okay?" And so her two boys walked with her down the aisle. It was so cute. That third one, he ain't shit for not being there, okay? But I'm like, why did nobody tell Mursel to fix his tie? Look at his tie. No one could fix it. It just irked my nerves. I'm like, why didn't anybody just fix it like this? And y'all saw him. Y'all saw it, but maybe he wanted the guy. Maybe that's what he wanted. I don't know. Now the little ambiance. There we go. It was cute. You see the little, they put the little flower pots on the ground and put the little bed sheet arch and the little roses. It was real cute. Okay, it was and it was fine. It was fine for what it was. And so they get married. Okay, and it was great little. Did they say vows? I don't remember, but it was a beautiful ceremony. She was happy, and they were looking at each other, looking in each other's eyes. Oh, so in love. Okay, and I love you, Mursel. And he said his words in his language as well. Okay, and it was cute, and everybody had a good time. A good time was had by all. I do think I liked how loving the ceremony seems. Now, the fact that she married a man who don't speak her language, at least he's here, and it's easier, in my opinion, for people to learn English if they already know bits and pieces of it versus if she would move to Turkey. That's a whole different thing or whatever. Because she would be anyway. But they seem to. It's fine. I think it was a long road and a lot of bullshit happened in between. But that's because her older son is a jerk. So, and then we seen like doing a little reception or whatever at the house, and they had a nighttime wedding because there was again rushing against the clock. And the youngest son say, my mom married Mursel, and they'll be married forever, and I can live with that. And it was just so cute. I'm like, oh, little tink little kids. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Next up, we have Tania and Syngin. And I feel like both of their faces says a lot. She looks like I'm terrified because I know something ain't right. And he looked like, I'll just go along with it. I just feel like they just should not get married like at all. I just don't think it's a smart idea. Anyway, so we see Syngin has been very upset since she told him that he was not her soulmate. He's been upset about it or whatever. And so they have a conversation. And he's like, I just feel hurt at you saying it. I'm saying I'm here or whatever, we get married, and you feel like I'm not your soulmate. Like we not meant to be. She then said, I'm sorry about that, Syngin. I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I felt really good finally letting you know something that I felt, okay? But I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I was just being honest, okay? Cool. So she then says, I don't even fully know what soulmates are. I don't even really know if I can understand what it really means. So to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. He like, we have always said how we were meant to be. We have always said how, our souls are meant for one another. So I don't get how you can then say we not soulmates, okay? She then said, Syngin, I get that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, we were meant to be. And I feel like I was supposed to go into that bar that night to meet you because I was there. And I was standing across the street and I saw your bar. And I kept on saying, I have to get in that bar. I have to get in that bar. So it was meant for me to get in that bar. Because remember, at first, I couldn't get in that bar. And I just kept trying. So I was supposed to meet you that night in that bar. I was like, Okay. She then said, but all that matters, okay, is that I want a future with you. I want to explore life with you regardless, and I want to have kids with you. I want to be with you, boy. Then you should have never said that he was like your soulmate. Everything that you're saying means y'all were meant to be. Okay? Just say that, but I digress. So, do you still want to marry me, Syngin? And he paused. I'm like, you need to say no. You need to say no. But he said, yes, I still want to. I said, you so. At this point in time, he is signed up for her craziness. So anything that she do and say and anything that happens between them is on him. Because she's shown him who she is. And he's shown her who he is. So at this point in time, y'all gonna be stuck with each other. So it's wedding day. Now Tania picked the wedding dress that I thought was horrible. She wanted a non-traditional dress, so she picked that black and white. No, it was a black lace dress with I think like a pink or whatever color undertone to where it's. I have a picture of it. So here, I'm gonna show a picture. So it reminds me of a like a gypsy type wedding effect, you know, like a gypsies, tramps, and thieves was what it is, okay? He barefoot, she's in a black dress, and I couldn't get a close-up of the dress, a good close-up of it, because they never showed a good close-up of the dress, you know, in one fell swoop. Now, the dress, the tulle part that you see was added, so she added the tulle part. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'm not gonna look, it looks bad, but I feel like, you know, if you're going to sacrifice a lamb, you know, to have free sage for the rest of your life, this is what I think it would be. You know what I'm saying? I digress. Anyway, but it was beautiful. Weird, and for me, but beautiful because that's what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. And I'm like, she really in a black dress, okay? Anyway, so Syngin brings up how no one in his family for the past 500 years have ever gotten divorced, and he hopes that he is not going to be the one to break that streak. I feel like Syngin is going to be the one to break that streak, but it's fine. Now, they had a whole, like, do-it-yourself wedding in the backyard. They had rented some house. And this is where they're at and everything. But they was running late. So they were literally setting up the wedding as guests were arriving. And I feel like, how do I know that she took a shower? Because they was cutting low on time. But I digress. It was fine. You know, they got married. They said some vows or whatever. What did she say? Because his parents were there via video. Okay, the video was up and the parents was on there. Now, he said in his vows, he always knew that she would be more than a one-night stand that night at the bar when they met. And I said, well, I guess, okay. You know what I'm saying? She promised, I'm going to call you when I'm drunk and coming home late from the bar. I say, boy, you be there. Why you got to call him? Ain't y'all going to live together? But I digress. And I promise to be softer and tell you I love you. I think she's lying. I feel like you're promising to do things that you didn't do when y'all were just we was begging you to do them. Oh, so now that y'all married, now you're going to do them. Girl, bye. But again, they're married, okay? And they don't exchange the wedding rings. Nope. They got tattoos on the ring finger. Okay. They got matching tattoos of the Sagittarius sign. Yep, the Sagittarius, horoscope sign is what they got tattooed because of when they met. And now they married. Let's see how long it lasts, okay? And then next up, we have Annie and Robert. Did I skip some people? Maybe not. Annie and Robert. It's also wedding day, okay? Now I'm going to. I have the pictures. She looked great. Bryson looked cute. Look at little Bryson. Look cute as and Bryson, surprisingly, to me, is more calm. Before, in the beginning of the seasons, he seemed like he was always wilding out. But I'm like, he seemed more calm around her. He just needed a mama. That's all he needed or whatever. Even Robert looks good. Even with the little braids, it's cute to see him and Bryson look like little twins. Okay, it was cute. Now Annie has a friend there from home, you know, because her family can't be there, but she do have people there from home. A friend who's helping her get dressed and do her hair and makeup or whatever. She brings out it was hard for her family not being there, and then for having Robert's family there, some of whom she don't like, his brother. But it's fine. I guess so. So we do know that Bryson's grandparents was not invited to the wedding. They were not there. They're horrible people. Horrible people. So Robert is on his way to the wedding, and he like, you only get married once. I'm so nervous. Maybe I can just like not go. I'm like, if you leave at the altar, we will find you and punch you in your esophagus. Okay, just don't do that. Okay, he's just getting nervous. He's just jitters. Okay, but he goes to the wedding or whatever, and they get to the part where they say, does anybody, where is it at? Does anybody object, to the two being married? And Robert say, I have to. I say, if you, what? Oh, don't make me find you and punch you. Don't do it. However, he said, I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now because I'm saying there's something that I should have done a long time ago, okay? I should have always got down on one knee and gave you an engagement ring. And he gets down on one knee and gave her a nice little engagement ring. I'm like, oh. And she's like, oh my God, I was scared he was going to leave me at the altar. But he got down on one knee as he was crying, gave her that ring. It's a beautiful, a beautiful ring. So, it was, I do think that was a good thing to do because remember when he proposed to her, that one day on the boat, after knowing her for 8 hours, he didn't have a ring or anything. He had never proposed again, since then or whatever. So it was cute for him to say, like, I can't marry you until I properly propose to you and put, an engagement ring on your finger, okay? And it was cute. You know what I'm saying? He said, and he's crying. I will love you until the day I leave this earth. I say, Robert really loves Annie. Now, they both get on each other's nerves. But Robert really loves Annie, and Annie's crying like, thank you so much for, I think she said for accepting me or understanding me, or something like that or whatever. But it was really cute to see them both just a wedding of emotion, meaning I really care for you in one way or the other, unlike Blake and Jasmine. Okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Now they married. Got a picture. See, little kid with the. Ain't that ring pretty? Oh, his hair is all nice and lined up. He don't look poor, broken, lonely. Okay. And, they look happy. They look happy. I don't know how long that's going to last, but what I can say is they look happy. Okay. Angela and Michael, I don't have no pictures of them. I don't have no pictures actually. Angela and Michael, she's still in Nigeria trying to figure out if they will, get married in Nigeria. So they went to the ministry, the agency of ministry. I might have wrote that down wrong. Where she can get details on what it would be like or what they would have to do in order for them to get married in Nigeria or whatever. So they meet the registry of marriages, the guy who handles all the marriages there or whatever, and he explains like, because she said, I just want to know, like, if I get married here, would that help our chances of us getting a spousal visa? And he said, you marry him here would definitely help the chances of him getting a spousal visa, and also it will help because it mainly will show that y'all are serious about being married because y'all are married here, and then that way it makes more sense. They married, she married him there, and she just wants to bring him here versus we not married, bring him over here. So, okay, well, now that you said that, that you made it clear that that would help it. Okay, I'll go ahead and we'll get married here so we can get. But they have to like schedule it. Like it's not you can't just like get done that day. You gotta like put on the books and then come back and get it done. So we tell her, okay, so we can get it set up or whatever. However, when you come back here to get married, you have to bring a witness from America, somebody on your like a family member, a friend or whatever, but someone to witness it for your side. That's a requirement or the marriage won't be valid. She's like, oh, I don't have anybody I can bring. I'm like, you can't bring your daughter? I know she can't bring her mom, but I wonder if her daughter can't legally leave the state. I don't know. Anyway, but they still say, you know what, the deal we're going to do is we're going to plan the wedding in Nigeria. We'll plan it, okay? But we'll be waiting to see if his K1 really gets denied. Because if it doesn't get denied, let's say the K1 visa gets approved to where he can come there, to get married or whatever, they'll just cancel the wedding plan that they had in Nigeria. However, if the K1 does get denied, they'll already have a wedding planned in Nigeria, and then they can just plan to go over there and get it done. And I said, okay, it's a plan. So she's going back home, okay, because they had a plan or whatever. So they're, doing whatever. And he surprises her with a necklace that says, well, there's two here. One that says Angela and one that says Michael. So she'll wear the one that says Michael and he'll wear the one that says Angela. And I'm like, oh my God. And she said, people think our love isn't real, but it is. How would two people who don't love each other, who would go through all this for all these years, someone who wants to come to America? Okay? He brings up, I love my fiance. She makes me a man, and I love her. I want to be with her in America. Okay, he wants to be with her in America, not in Nigeria, in America. But I digress. She said we will always find a way back to each other. I know through the airline. He brings up how what he did. He said I feel like him saying if the visa gets denied and she doesn't come back here and marry me, then that's probably the end of us. Because or whatever. I feel like they should not be on not another season of not another 90 Fiance until something is approved. Either until the K1 is denied and they're about to be married, or the K1 is approved and it's him coming over here. I don't want to see nothing else. Not nothing. I'm so tired of them two. And then lastly, Michael and Juliana. They were married. They got married a week ago or whatever. So Michael dropping the kids off to the ex-wife, because that's what he do. So they sitting around chit-chatting a little bit or whatnot. This is around Halloween time because they bring up how, Juliana was like a sexy zombie or whatever. I'm like, that's just weird. And he gonna say, yeah, she got a lot of tricks. I'm like, that is just nasty. Over the treats. Either way, it was some sexual and it was weird because the kids was right there. I didn't like it. So the kids didn't go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. He and the ex-wife chit-chat or whatever. And then she's like, yeah, so last time or whatever, the wedding was great. The wedding was amazing. It was a wonderful experience or whatever. But, what about the prenup? What did it happen with that? He said, well, yeah, we didn't get that. She's like, oh, why not? Like, what happened? It was a horrible experience or whatever. We went, it was crazy when we went to the lawyer. And I just believe, like, within love, you don't need a contract or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I do not want to put a dark cloud over my marriage. And she, oh, well, I get how, Janana would have felt because you go from being with this man and, thinking you can depend on him, and then now you're in a lawyer's office and you may not be able to depend on him. So it could be a lot of whatever, you know what I'm saying? She's like, but what happens, like, if something happens between y'all? Like, what happens with the kid? Like, with the kids taken care of? He's like, well, yeah, like, that's not even, like, a prenup issue. That's more of a, like, an estate thing, like that will be set up. And so things will be fine. The kids will be fine. The kids will be taken care of. Well, I just have to trust that you're going to handle it. He said, well, you can't plan everything, but the kids will be just fine. I feel like this. If you and him are cool, you see he's a good parent, I don't feel like he would not already have something set up that is separate for his children. I also feel like, why do you think Juliana gonna take all this money? And his thing was, I didn't have a prenup with you either because I believe in love. And I think, should he have gotten one? Yes, he should have. Absolutely should have. But I also don't feel like that man don't have plans already in place to give his kids money in case something happens. And if he did not already have it, I think with him not having a prenup, he gonna probably set it up just based on these conversations or whatever. But I digress. And that was the whole show. That was it all. I'm happy it's over. Yes, I'm going to review the tell-alls. And when, I think, what's coming up next? I think before the 90 days is coming up. And it looked like Darcy gonna be on there. I'm looking like, oh my God. And her face looks horrible. She's had more work done. It makes my stomach itch. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I will talk to you later. Peace.